Welcome to Pokemon Rijon Adventures The Go-Through, Part 39. And yeah, in case anyone's wondering, I healed off screen and also just flew to Osuwari. And so yeah, basically, now that we have Surf and the 5th badge, there's a lot more we can do. All of the areas before they've been blocked off, well, at least most of them have been unlocked. And you can pretty much do them in any order. So yeah, here I'm just going through Rijon Strait battling all these swimmers. I don't think there's actually anything in here, but I think it's good for experience at least. Well, not really, but I'd rather just battle every trainer. But basically, yeah, I'm just gonna take the time to say, I checked in advance, basically off-screen I looked to see where everything was, and basically decided upon an order on which I'm gonna do things. But don't worry, I reset after everything, so I didn't battle any trainers or stuff like that. Except, if anyone remembers that hotel in Mersin City, there actually was one couple I accidentally didn't go into. They just had a level 10 Volbeat and Illumise. It wasn't worth recording. It wasn't worth any experience and stuff like that. So yeah, basically here we're in Rijon Strait, and there's like a ton of swimmers. And they all have the exact same Pokemon, which is awesome. Well, here it doesn't seem like they do, but the more swimmers you battle, the more redundant it gets. I mean, there's really no point in narrating this. It's just Ampharos sweeping everything with either Shockwave or Thunder Punch. So there's really no point in talking about that, but basically what I'm going to do, I really hate areas like this, so I'm just going to go on a rant about it the whole episode. Because ranting is fun! So, yeah, basically I'm not going to talk about what's on the screen, I'm just going to talk about how much I hate water roots. Basically, water roots are one of my least favorite things in Pokemon games. And it's pretty much the reason... not the reason, but a main reason on why I dislike Hoenn so much, because literally at least a third of the region is water, which is one of the main reasons why I don't like Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald as much as the other games. I mean, there's so much here. Literally, it's just the same tiles over and over and over. It's just the same water tiles everywhere in the overworld. It's the exact same wild Pokemon everywhere. All of the trainers have the exact same Pokemon. It's all like Horsey, Tentacool, Goldeen. It's literally all those lines, like nothing else. Actually, maybe the occasional Staryu, but it's literally like the exact same thing over and over and over. So not only is it boring, but only like 1 or 2 Pokemon are going to get all the experience because, well, basically, they're the ones who handle it the best. And also an annoying thing is, most of the Pokemon barely give any experience for you at all. Like, a lot of these water Pokemon barely give you anything. And even after all of that, the swimmers give you, like, next to no money. So it's like, you can't even get good money out of it. It's, like, so annoying, so boring. It's my biggest fault with, like, all of the Pokemon games. This is, like, the one con I have with every single one of them. That's probably one of the reasons I like Sinnoh. There's, like, next to no water routes. And also, Johto only has that one in the Whirl Islands. That's it. Kanto had a bit more, but not horribly. But, oh my god, Hoenn, it's just torture. Like, at least a third of the routes are water. No, I counted. A third of the routes are water, if not slightly more. One town is an island. I mean, hold on, let me just say this. A third of the routes are water. One of the towns is an island. 3 of the cities are islands. The Pokemon League is an island. I mean, there's way too much. You should only have like 3 or 4 water routes max. Not like 10 of them. And even 3 or 4 is stretching it. I prefer like 3 or 2 maybe. And also the best part, even though Sinnoh did have some, they were, like, completely optional. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm a completionist, but if you don't like them, you don't have to go through them. There's those two that lead to the POW Park. There's the one that leads to the Pokemon League. And there's the one that leads to, Stark Mountain. Wait, no, is it called Stark Mountain? I forget. That volcano in the battle zone. Like, that's it. The only other water is just these empty lakes. And that's how I think it should be. I mean, the water areas are just the most boring thing in the world. I mean, like, almost everyone I know hates them. I mean, it's so boring, and I can't believe how annoying it is to fight the exact same trainer sprites in the exact same overworld tiles with the exact same Pokemon, giving next to no experience and next to no money. It's just pointless. It's just like filling up empty space. It's completely redundant, it's completely boring, and there's really no excitement out of it. I mean, yay, Pokemon! You're fighting the exact same Pokemon over and over and over, with little to no experience, with little to no money, and the overworld looks exactly the same as it did last few routes. That sounds like an exciting adventure, doesn't it? Hooray! Yeah, it's just... I really hope 5th generation takes the Sinnoh route when there's, like, very few water routes. I mean, it's just... I can't stand it. And it's just so annoying. I know I'm just saying, you know, it's really annoying, all that stuff, but it really is that bad in my opinion. I mean, this is the one Pokemon that's different from all the others, Tentacruel. And even then, it's part of the Tentacool line, so it's not entirely new. And it's just so crazy, so boring, so annoying. This is the reason why I hate Hoenn. Well, again, not hate it, but greatly dislike it compared to the other games. This is the reason it's my least favorite region. This is the reason why Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald are my least favorite Pokemon games. Granted, there's also some other stuff, but this is the main reason. I mean, right here. If they just gave it a couple of water routes, I would have loved Hoenn so much more. It would have been so much better. Like, all the other stuff, I guess, is forgivable, but not this. Not to mention they had so many new water Pokemon that were completely pointless. And you got, like, very little fire Pokemon. Granted, that's one problem with Sinnoh. It had next to no fire Pokemon. I mean, Hoenn, because there's so many water routes, you have so many new water Pokemon. Even by 2nd gen, the majority of Pokemon, well, not the majority, but most, the type, I think, with the most Pokemon was water. And then Hoenn is literally just pouring salt on the wound. I mean, it adds, like, Milotic, Feebas, Clamperl, Huntail, Gorobus, Luvdisc. Oh god, I can go on forever about Luvdisc. It's a completely pointless Pokemon. The only good thing about it is heart scales, and even in Fire Red and Leaf Green you didn't need those. And in Diamond Pearl Platinum... Oops, sorry, I hit the mic by accident once or twice. But in Diamond and Pearl Platinum you don't even need Luvdisc. They're hidden in the underground. They're, like, really easy to find. Luvdisc is, like, the most pointless Pokemon ever. If they give it a neat evolution, then alright, but Luvdisc is just the prime example of, like, a worthless Pokemon. It's got horrible stats aside for speed. The ability raises the only stat it has already that's actually decent. Generic move pool. Again, like, no evolutions. It's, like, completely pointless. They just wanted a Pokemon based around, like, that item or something. It's just crazy. So, yeah, I think I've been going on all that stuff for long enough, but I really do despise water routes. They're, like, my least favorite thing about any Pokemon game. They're, like, the only fault I have with them. They're so annoying and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's the end of this episode. Next time we'll finish up this area and I think head to the next gym. Alright then, I'll see you next time. Bye.